Good evening, folks. Welcome to another lovely episode of On the Record Podcast. I am DJ Intence, your host with the most. And to my left, I have Iron Walt with his right, my left. Iron Walt is back in the building, man.
Yep. Yep.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I got some stuff going on. It's it's a low key. Excuse my friends, kicking my ass, but I am. But I am still finding ways to just go with this challenging tide right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the type of tide I'd recommend for anybody in even people I don't like. But I'm dealing with it the best way I could at this moment in time. Yeah, and just trying to keep myself occupied, not think about it too much.
I think whenever people go through challenging times, that's a good thing
Yeah,
because it helps build calluses, scar tissue,
yeah,
makes you stronger. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
breaking a bone. They say when it heals back, it heals back stronger.
yes.
But all you get gets more, fragile. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's okay to go through some challenging times. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
It builds character.
Mm-hmm.
It builds scar tissue. It builds calluses. It builds you up. So
Yeah,
if it ever was to occur again, A, you can handle it, or
True.
B, you can navigate the situation
I agree.
better.
Yeah, this is very, very uncharted territory for me. Very new ways of trying to deal with something. Not on my own, but as a family, it just is surreal because like in my mind thinking I'm like, okay, now this can't be it. But then I wake up, I'm like, okay, this is definitely what it is, and you definitely have to go about your day in whatever possible fashion that's not self-destructive. so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going through mentally right now, and while still having to put on while still having to put my best foot forward at work, stuff like that. That is the part that I can't ever take to work with me. I have to deal with it, and by the time my shift starts, I have to occupy myself where I'm the best version of what I do for that period of time till I clock out.
I think the one metric which I calls, I'm sorry, the standard which I practice is leave it at the door.
Yeah,
Don't bring it with you outside
yeah,
because it just ruins your day. Now, what I like to do while I'm at the gym is take my frustrations out on those weights or just an activity just to have clarity.
yeah.
Um, that's why I think that the gym and doing anything physical is essential because if you stay consistent with the gym, you see results. And you can either see results with you physically, like in the mirror, or you may see results with the weight you're using. Or you may see results in you're not out of breath faster. Or or MMA, whatever you're doing, you can see the results of you constantly practicing, staying consistent with it. So my metric is if I can apply what I learned at the gym to life, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, you may not see it immediately, but if you stay consistent with it long term, you'll see the whole scope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like the gym is essential because if you can have discipline to go to do the same exercises or just different routines or just, the mundane stuff, but the reps and constantly doing the reps. And just it goes a long way. It goes a long way.
That's the one thing that I'll say once I'm stabilized, I'm not gonna neglect no more, and I'm gonna get it done as soon as possible, because what you're saying is absolutely true, and,
Yeah.
and it goes back to what the great Iron Mike was saying. You got to do something that you hate like you love it.
Yes.
Like, well, maybe not hate, but something that it's not something that
feels uncomfortable.
It feels uncomfortable. It's not something that you're just wired to do, but you'll do it as if you can't wait to wake up and do it. And honestly, those are the things that separate the elite from the field in all aspects of life. And I've always said, the greatest form, the greatness requires repetition.
Yes.
Like, it's like, it doesn't matter what field you're in. So when I look at some of the people that inspire me, that's what it comes down to. And I think there's and what I like about what you're saying is that you can't cheat the gym.
No.
You can't cheat it. Yes, it's one of the greatest relationships that a person could have with themselves, because it's not gonna cheat you. It could get a little rocky, it could be a little complicated, but it's not gonna cheat you. It's not gonna go out of nowhere, go rogue on you. It's just you and you're matching the challenges or adversity that it presents you, and you navigating different ways to attack it and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of situations that I think is coming full circle with me, whether it's the dynamics with my parents, whether it's the dynamics with, like, things that didn't go my way, or things that I put off where I'm just like, I'm not even trying to, put anything that my parents did or didn't do anymore. I think everything is, it just comes down to me, whatever situation didn't work out for me. It's those certain situations are not about me, but everything else I can control. I have to just control what I can control, and everything else just is noise.
I wish you were here for when Chris came by.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, you should listen to that last episode.
Okay.
I'll send a link.
All right.
Because we were talking about, no shade in the episode.
Okay.
But I believe it was one of those ones where it could have really helped you out.
I'll listen to it.
Because there was one part of the pod that we were talking about relationships and just situations, and one of my favorite books I read is called Compound Effect. A mentor asks the classroom, in a relationship, the dynamics of relationship, how does it go? Is it 50, like, what's the ratio number?
Okay.
A few people say 50-50. Some people say 80-20. Some would say 60-40, because they're based upon the man doing what he does and the lady doing what she does. And, one person says, well, what if one person makes more money than the other for the woman compared to the man? Is it still 50-50? Is it 60-40? Breaking down the dynamics.
Yeah.
And you say you're all wrong. It's 100-100.
Yeah.
The problem with people is that they try to put, I guess, job titles on certain aspects of relationship, but it really should be 100-100. Each person if you both give 100% into your relationship, stars the limit. So, like what you're saying about situations, I don't blame other people for the situations. I just say it's 100. It's already happened already.
Yeah.
How can I proceed forward so this doesn't happen again? For example, you just heard him talk about this door right here.
Yep.
I had a day when I was, you know what? This is my fault. So I'm going to say to myself, how can I prevent this from happening again? I'm going to put a lock on the door. They don't know it. It's coming.
I hear you.
And not a lock where it's, it's a double-sided key lock.
Okay.
If you don't got the key.
Can't get in.
And if you try to go through this door, you still can't get in. Because if I ask, because my mantra is, there's a task that I know that you cannot handle. So thus, since you cannot handle it, don't worry, it's no longer your responsibility. I'll take responsibility for it.
Yeah, because instead of me putting you in a position to fail.
Or to constantly remind you, there's no need.
I'll take it out. I'll take the burden from you.
I'll take the burden from you.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like when people get stuck in situations, they didn't give 100% all of it.
No, because the thing is, they feel like they feel like other people
can handle it,
or were to show up for them to relieve them of things that they could have taken control of.
Mm-hmm. And so that's my new mantra, 100.
I agree.
For example, today, Renaissance speaker went out. I'm calling the chef and say, you know what? The cable costs X amount of dollars. So you know what? Since I know you're not going to handle it, it's not your responsibility, I will go handle it. Because this will make this whole situation better. Now, the cable that was there was fried.
Okay.
For a new one, now works perfectly fine. So I know what? That just shows you what I'm willing to do. So now when I come up with something else now, that I think will help us in general, 100. I'm not going to rely on you anymore. All I'm going to rely on you is give me the money, and I'll go handle it. I'm not going to rely on you to purchase what it needs to be purchased.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I mean, shout out to our great friend Nancy. She's always been preaching about 100.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. And also, I think people, when they define efforts, it is financially based. Don't get me wrong. It is very important, the financial aspects of a relationship, because they can dictate the dynamics, to a very high degree. But at the same time, someone's 100 doesn't always have to be financially based. It could be through conversation. It could be through active listening.
It could be something simple as decisions. This is messy right here.
Yeah.
Instead of just me walking over it,
yeah,
I should take accountability to make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
And if we both accept accountability for it to be clean, there won't be a mess.
True. No, I agree. Like, yeah, we instead of us just like,
oh, he's gonna handle it because I know that's what he likes to do.
Yeah.
No, let us both handle it so that way it's no longer a problem.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the funny thing is, a lot of relationships, one of the most, not the one that starts arguments the most thing, but I guess some of the most troubles, and you're gonna laugh, is common area places. Kitchen, laundry room, living room, hallway. It's a thing that we share.
Yeah.
And because that's the thing that we share, and it's a common area, that's how most fights always happen sometimes in a household.
Yeah. No, a lot of those fights happen in spaces like that.
That people occupy.
And and a lot of it is errand based, okay? Because like I understand there's people who there's those who occupy, gender roles, which is nothing wrong with that, and then there are those who's just like, it's a team thing. Like, you probably cook this day, I cook that day, you wash the dishes this day or whatnot. Or there might be things where, like, you usually take out the trash, and that's just what you do, no questions asked. You
Yes.
see it, that's what you do. But there might be a day where you got something to do and you can't take out the trash, and like you would like to think, oh, my partner got this. This is not something that they're tasked to do, but we're adults, so we take care
You
of
can
it.
take care of it, and that's why there's some things that I said, like that day. My dudes looked at me like, you're such an angry guy. So I'm not angry. There's tasks that you can't handle.
That's what it comes down to.
There's things that you can't handle, and you refuse to handle it.
Yeah.
So don't worry. I'm gonna make sure that it's handled going forward.
Yeah.
Because you're unreliable.
That's another thing too. You can't. I don't like the gaslighting where this has been where we've visited this particular problem over and over, and then we've looked to resolve it, and then we still keep making a U-turn back to the same problem. Because now it's best that I just if I could get it done, then it's not something I have to keep on spinning the block on.
Exactly.
So that's the biggest thing, they and the thing is, sometimes you find yourself like, man, like if they're just things that I just have to do on my own. Yeah, it could be more on your plate, but it's just like I'm not gonna allow to keep talking in circles.
No,
because it doesn't feel like I'm going nowhere. It just feels like I'm it's like you're in the, it's like you think you're out of the mud, but then you're back into it.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I said I'm gonna, and when I said it, they looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, no, don't worry, you'll see. That's my new phrase now.
Yeah.
Here's my new phrase. Don't worry, you'll find out.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it has to, it has to be that type of energy. It's not coming from. It's not necessarily coming from a shrewd or cold place. It's coming from a place that's just like, I'm not trying to continue to go down this road of hostile energy and frustration. It's more like, okay, let me just be efficient. It got to be done. In your head, it's like, it got to be done. It got to be
For example,
done.
right?
Yeah.
I tell him, close this door.
Yeah.
The dog doesn't get in here.
Gotcha.
What happened today when he got in here?
He peed.
You see?
Honestly, I kid you not. When I brought your bag in here, and then after that, I closed the door, I thought you went back in and was just doing certain things in the office because you said he was tidying up and stuff like that as you was waiting.
No, I took a nap.
Yeah, I didn't know you took a power nap.
I took a power nap.
Yeah.
And then what happened? He came back. I'm like, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Preventative things.
No, you're right.
And that's not your fault. You didn't know. But now you know, though.
Yes, now I know. I dead thought John was upstairs, to be honest with you.
And that's the one thing I learned with my dog is, especially these little ones, crafty, sneaky.
Yes.
Very opportunistic about things.
Oh, absolutely. Yo, John is a hell of an opportunity. It's like,
So when I bust him behind it, you know what you did was wrong?
Yeah, you out here wilding. Man. And you know what? And also, I'm just...
So sorry to cut you off.
No,
so imagine me saying to my brother, my mother, that when you come in here, just close the door behind you, please. Because we're trying to prevent accidents from happening.
Yeah.
And then I come down here, I'm like, why is the door wide open? Why is it like this? Did anyone close the door? Why you didn't close the door for? I don't understand. You went through the door. How can you pull the door behind you? It's okay. Don't worry. It's going to be handled. Don't worry. You'll find out.
The message not being received.
And then what happens is I can't. Oh, hey, man. I told you once. I told you twice. I told you 3-4 times. You didn't listen.
No, it's real. Like, it's definitely real. Like,
Now, I will say specifically,
yeah.
I'm going to leave it unlocked for a while to see if you guys will pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pay attention, now it'll be locked. So just let you know it's there. Try to look if you want to.
No, it's fair. Like, I make a point. Like, so like there have been plenty of times where my sister's off to work, and I just happen to be home. Maybe I'm going to work at a later time, or I'm just happen to be off. And what I would do is, she would be like, "Oh, could you make sure you check the iron that I unplugged it?" As soon as she's about to head, as soon as she makes the move to head to the door to leave and asks me, "Could I check it?" I check it right away.
Because she's probably known to leave it on, right?
She probably knows to leave it on, but I will say, to her credit, more often than not, it's already been unplugged. But because women are such in a hurry and things like that, they might think they might have left something on and stuff like that. And I appreciate that she tells me that. That way, I know, okay, let me get up right now, even if she's not leaving yet, to make sure it's unplugged. Versus her not telling me, and she assumed that she did it.
Bro, I just say, just make sure it's unplugged.
I
don't like my whole biggest pet peeve. I don't really leave it plugged in.
I feel you.
Even though it might be off,
Mm-hmm.
I still unplug it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's
this
big.
one's problem over here.
Yeah, like that is super important.
I'm like, unplug the iron. Oh, I turned it off. Unplug the iron.
It's like unplug it.
I don't give a damn if it's plugged. Unplug it.
Bro, I'm like so OCD about those things. Like, if I'm like the last person to leave, I check everything. I check the plugs. I probably check the stove 2 or 3 times to be like, okay,
yeah,
there's no gas, there's no nothing coming out. I got my keys and stuff like that, so I can leave soundly. That's just me. There's no light or anything like that on. So that to me is like, it's important. Like, I don't care that you turned it off. Like, at the end of the day, that's still electric currents coming through this device that's meant to, like, that's
heat up and
that heats up.
Yeah. I'm not taking nothing to chance, B.
Nah.
You don't know if a ground might happen.
Just don't know.
And for example, how many times you've heard of fires happen because people leave the candle lit?
Countless times. It's countless times where all these things are things that could have easily been prevented just by getting up,
bro. Get up.
That's it.
Like,
Right.
And if you like your room to smell good, get a plug-in.
Bingo. It's really not that deep.
Oh no, but I don't understand the problem. I like it smell. Okay. Next, you know what happens. Come back over. Woo! News 12 here, where a massive fire has claimed the lives of 2 victims.
And that's the thing, man. Like, when it comes to people and their and because I'm still trying to remain being a realist, but I'm also trying to be more optimistic, because the thing is, when you see things, when you allow the realistic aspects of situations to be blinded by like possible worst case scenarios, and then you speak them out, it binds you, man. It binds you, your outlook, and it doesn't allow you to move forward. It just allows you to keep on reliving experiences that didn't go your way.
Mm-hmm. I'm big on moving forward. I'm big on 1 step forward, not 2 steps back. Big on a lot of things. I'm also big on power of the tongue, power of the mind. One of the books I have up there is by a gentleman named Bob Proctor. It's called The ABC of Success.
Bob Proctor, yeah. Rest in peace, Bob Proctor.
Rest in peace, Bob Proctor.
Yeah.
His Bible was Think and Grow Rich. And if you read Think and Grow Rich, the Black edition, which the one I read already, which I'm going to do every Christmas, I want to read that book. But I'll say every December, make sure I read that book. The reason why I like to read that book is because it talks about the power of mind and how the mind attracts what you desire. So if you're constantly speaking about negative things, you're going to attract negative situations around you because they look at the mind as energy.
Yeah.
So when you have positive thoughts, positivity comes around you.
Yep.
So like me playing the piano, me reading, me trying to get my education or my finances going, I've been having a lot of positive things come around me. Me being dedicated to the gym. I'm just, and the people think it's, oh, you just get lucky. No. I studied my craft. I prepared for my opportunity. I didn't get lucky.
No. I mean, as they say, fortune favors the bold.
Yeah.
Like you can't like there's nothing lucky about work ethic or anything like
No.
that. There's no like luck about it. Like I said, you cannot cheat the process of the gym and stuff like that. These are not gains after one session. These are gains after over multitudes of sessions and time and adjustment. You know, like the reinvention of yourself from mind and body and soul does not happen over one gym session. There's no such thing as that, to be honest with you. And when people say stuff like, "Oh, he got lucky," okay, the opportunity might have been very fortunate, but the things that led to that opportunity wasn't the result of luck. It was the result of willpower and purpose.
Yes. I tell people that. Now, some people, I say they get lucky because they have opportunities that present themselves, but then they don't seize it.
No.
And then they try to spin the block, and they're like, "Man, it's harder." Yeah, because you didn't maximize your God-given talent or your ability.
Yeah. That's the worst part of.
That's why when I have people say, "Oh, LeBron James is just what's that?" The man went from high school, didn't cheat the game, uses God-given ability, match it with the work ethic that he has. Come on, man.
It's phenomenal, the career that he's had.
Come on, bro.
Like, and
especially in the NBA, running up and down the court like that.
It's not a game.
How many times you see people jump in the air, especially at the gym anywhere, and they jump up, pop. Know what I mean?
Word.
Or they land wrong, pop.
Nah, that's real.
Come on, man.
That's real.
Come on, man.
That's all. That's
Come
all.
on, man.
Real.
That's not LeBron wasn't lucky, bro.
No.
That's his God-given talent that he matched with the work ethic to make it, to stretch it this long.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I hate when people say those type of things. Like even when they compare, like, you know the Messi and Cristiano comparisons, because, like, you know, on one hand, one looks at it as, okay, this Messi just was blessed and had this God-given talent to play the game on a different level, while Cristiano had his own talent as well, but he had to work for it. It's just like, listen, I understand one is more, one is this gym rat who looks like he was chiseled from, like, you know, from like a sculptor. We get that, but my thing is just like they both put in work and probably have different training regimens. I know for a fact you can't do what they've done for that period of time without treating your body good. I don't care how talented you are.
You have to. You have to.
Like, you cannot sustain that level for that long, treating your body like garbage. I don't care how talented you are.
And mind you, these dudes, they're at the gym. They might have, morning gym.
Mm-hmm.
Then they might have an afternoon session.
Yeah.
And then they practice on their craft in between the morning gym, afternoon session, and then what they're doing at night, they probably have a full 2-3 hour stretching session.
That's exactly what a lot
and
of
recovery.
it is like for basketball players. and soccer players too. What you just described
Yeah.
there is exactly what their life is day in day out when they don't have no upcoming games.
Yeah.
Practice sessions, weightlifting, cardio, lunch here,
Mobility drills here.
It's a whole lot of things, and people if people think like, oh, this person just has this incredible talent and he or she they have to work on it. It's like, no. We call them geniuses because they are practicing at an uncharted rate that most people will not do.
Yep.
It's what it comes
Facts.
down to. Like it's just not it's not a game.
They don't understand, man.
No, not
They
not
don't
at
understand.
all. I think people just wake up like this. Like no, he did not. He or she did not wake
Now,
up like this.
when they were younger,
Yeah.
they had the talent to get where they were going.
Mm-hmm.
But did you have the work ethic to match it?
Yes.
That's a different kind of answer.
And not only that, the right person around you that's gonna let you know, that's gonna be real with you and never let you be content.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what's gonna really drive you. Be like when someone knows you're exceptional, but it's just like you could give more.
Yep.
You could do better.
Yep.
How bad do you want it? Like,
Yep.
and stuff like that. You need to hear that because if it's all happy days all the time, you could get complacent. You could become jaded
Mm-hmm.
and things like that.
And your vision gets clouded and it's over.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Talked enough.
Yep.
Glad to have you back.
Same here, man. It's honestly one of the things I could say that I've been the most consistent on, and that I really enjoy doing what, regardless of whatever the conversation is,
Mm-hmm.
whoever is a new guest or friend of the pod, or when it's just us, me,
Mm-hmm.
you, and Ceddy. I also can't wait for the next time we have a meeting where we just see
Don't
what
worry.
other things that we can do to evolve this pod.
Don't worry. All right.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I'm sure.
Go ahead. Do
Yeah.
your thing. No, we got to give you guys a gospel.
Yeah.
Fun times, good times. We got to do it all.
Okay, let me go. Well, both articles are internationally based, but let me go with the latter though, because I think it's important. So
Speaking of importance, man, you see these Trumpers, they're crashing out, bro.
oh man, the MAGA rags.
Yo.
Yeah, no. You what you're saying is like spot on, from like workers who had the luxury of working remotely, where Trump's telling them, "Nah, you gotta get out of Indonesia, buddy. You gotta get back to the headquarters and stuff like that." No, it's real. And then I saw headlines of certain people who had like key jobs that voted for Trump that now got laid off, and things like that. So. Yeah, no, it is scary hours for a lot of people.
I just say
and stuff like that,
No.
and I think a lot of it. I think for a lot of people, not to say that this just applies only to them, but I think for a lot of people are the ones who don't work for themselves that are going through this. I know there are others that work for themselves that are probably going through things like that.
So there was a lady who said that I think she runs a restaurant or a bakery, something she runs, right?
Yeah.
And she's an American citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And she said how she voted. The lady said, "How many people in your company are Latinos?" She says, "Majority of them are Latinos." I think she said 90%, right?
Well, that's very high.
And then the lady said, "Okay, how many of these people are undocumented?" She said, "Roughly half."
Ooh,
and then the lady goes, "Okay, then who did you vote for?" And then she said, "I vote for Donald Trump." And then the lady goes, "Why would you vote for Donald Trump?" "Because I thought he was good for business." And I go to myself, you think a man is good for business, but then he's going to eliminate half your workforce. Do you know in Nebraska right now, I'm jumping ahead here. In Nebraska right now, all those farmlands, majority of those farmlands workers are undocumented workers.
Yeah.
The average American kid's not getting up and go to the farm.
No. I think that's and to me that is the real disconnect, because you're saying and you're basically saying without saying it, like how dumb or naive could you be? You're looking at half. I'm looking at more than half.
Yeah.
Because if they're not naturalized citizens, with some of the things that he's trying to do as far as revamping the passports and stuff like that, these people could be sent back.
Bruh.
You know, could be sent back when they're not even supposed to.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So my thing is just like that's a huge void that you gotta fill. And the thing is, like, there's a very strong cultural disconnect of what's really going on here. The things that you guys don't want to do, the grunt work, a lot of the Hispanics, ranging from Mexicans.
We just say a lot of the foreigners
that
come into this country
will do
it.
Because
they don't gotta be Latino. They could be a Caribbean person. They could be a person from Europe. They could be a person from Africa, Asia, heck, India. I'm jumping ahead again, and I'll go backwards. There was a guy that spent, I think he said like 3 to 6 months to leave India to come to America. Only for him to get to America and then 21 days later get deported back to India.
It's sad.
The man went from India, I think he ended from India to Amsterdam. And then from Amsterdam, he went to Guyana. And then from Guyana, he trekked from Guyana to Brazil, to Uruguay, to Peru, across Central America, into Mexico. And literally took him like 3-4 months to do all that journey. And paying countless of dollars to travel, only to get to America and be deported back. Ain't that wild?
Yeah, it's unwild. It's very
And this is what I'm saying about election of consequences. So I guarantee he had a family member here probably that could have took him in, helped him get his stuff together. Boom! Now you're American citizen.
And that's the thing is, you know, my thing is, yes, it's important for us to be mindful of who's coming into the country and what their agenda is, and to like neutralize as many potential national security risks as possible. But a lot of these people are very hardworking, proud people who are coming for a better life and better opportunity. And you know, that life may not be, you know, some 20,000
not 100,000 a year,
maybe not 100,000 a year, or maybe not a 20,000 square feet mansion.
Yeah, but if you can make a good $40,000 a year,
that's what I'm saying.
For them, they're happy.
Yeah, especially if they have young kids that they want to have a better life.
Yes,
they want to sleep in more comfortable beds. They want to have better opportunities from healthcare to schooling. Like there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But on the flip side, for those whose parents sacrificed so much to get here, that are out here doing like, you know, effery that compromises their freedom, that has the FBI on their radar and type of stuff like that, y'all gotta go back. I'm unapologetic about that. But the ones who come here, who work hard, who are underpaid because they're not, you know, properly documented yet, I salute you. I root for y'all, because at the end of the day, everybody has come to this land.
Yeah.
Even the guy that's in office right now.
His family came here.
His family came here. His wife is an immigrant as well. So like no one is is above that. So regardless of how red, white, and blue he is, at the end of the day, these people are essential to the fabric of how this country runs.
And now here's the thing too, right? So I'm backing up now.
Yeah.
So you got the bakery shop lady
Mm-hmm.
who's afraid that her profits going to be down because I think she runs a restaurant,
Yeah.
whatever. Then we're going to go back to the farmland dudes. Who are these going to come in when their business is suffering? Who's going to buy? Who's going to give them a lifeline? When these corporations come to your little farmland
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Hey, man, seeing you've been defaulting some of your loans, we could pay off your loan, but we want X amount of percentage in equity." Guess who owns your farmland now? Because you didn't want to work, you didn't want to have the undocumented workers working there. Make it make sense, Walt.
It'll never make sense.
Make it make sense, bro.
Listen, it'll never make sense, man. There's too many really, really good, decent human beings who have been doing this level of grunt work for years and are undervalued, underpaid, and invisible when it comes to these type of people.
Yeah.
And it's not right.
It's very not right. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
No, I got you. No, but this needed to be to be said. But so I'm gonna go with the latter of my article. The Netherlands will return more than 100 bronze artifacts to Nigeria. I found this on shout out to AP News. Very, very great source. Great source. The article is dated February 21st, 2025 by writer Elena Wise. Shout out to her. This is my summary. The Netherlands will return 119 Benin bronzes to Nigeria nearly 130 years after the pieces were stolen by the British and sold to the Dutch. This level of restitution contributes to addressing a historical injustice that is still present today in 2025. According to Eppo Bruins, the Dutch Minister of Education, Culture and Science, who approved the decision to return the artifacts at Nigeria's request.
Mm-hmm.
The largest collection of artifacts being sent back to Nigeria tallies up to 113 pieces and consists of plaques, personal ornaments, figures. Also, an additional 6 pieces will be returned to Nigeria, so that takes it up to 119 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
By the Dutch city of Rotterdam. According to the government of the Netherlands, a bell, 3 relief plaques, a coconut casing, and a staff. The Dutch Minister of Education, Culture and Science says, quote, "Cultural heritage is essential for telling and living the history of a country and a community. The Benin bronzes are indispensable to Nigeria. It is good they are going back. The Benin's bronzes were stolen from Nigeria's kingdom of Benin by British soldiers in 1897. The British went on to sell the treasures they stole and sold it to the Dutch government. Another thing I wanted to highlight is the decision to return the cultural pieces is a part of a broader conversation happening across the globe regarding treasures stolen from countries such as India and Nigeria during the height of European imperialism. The Dutch government said this is the 5th time the country has reparated goods informed by research tracing their history, and they are currently investigating requests submitted by Sri Lanka, India, and Indonesia. Olu, I'm sorry, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Olu Bale Holloway, Director General of the Nigerian National Commission for Museums and Monuments, said in a statement, quote, "We thank the Netherlands for the cooperation and hopes this will set an example for other nations of the world in terms of reparation of lost or looted antiquities." I found this article very fascinating, and I feel like this is a broader conversation that needs to have and a level of dialogue to address, because there is there's already a disconnect among this among blacks all over the world, and we have different forms of the diaspora that is trying to reconnect us and build a bridge, whether it's through music, whether it's through fashion, whether it's through a lot of different things. And starting with giving back artifacts that reference history, and where people and could give a bit of clarity to where people come from and how they identify themselves with today and in the past is important, because I think certain countries like i.e. the Netherlands, even Germany with the whole World War II, are showing a level of are showing a level of shame among what their past ancestors did, and trying to rectify wrongs and things like that. And I think more countries who ended up going to colonize all these different parts of Africa and stuff like that, and stolen their resources or treasures to build
What do
upon.
you mean stolen? They're still stealing it right now.
I mean, no. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. It's still, it's still going on every day. But I'm just saying, like, it's not. You've stolen things that help people, understand their history and the lineage of their people.
Mm-hmm.
And you've put it in a museum for profit and display, much like when you find exotic animals and you put them in a zoo.
Yeah,
that's So my whole thing is like to see the Netherlands trying to right that wrong, and and understand that these people have had a history too that was taken from them. These people have these things that symbolize who they are, past and present. So who are we to hold on to things that are not ours?
I feel with that right there.
Mm-hmm.
The first part, who are we to hold on to things that are not ours?
Yeah.
Strongly agree with you that one.
Like,
that's not cool.
No.
I feel happy, but I feel sad to say. I feel disrespected at the same time.
Okay.
Hear me out when I say this.
I got you.
I feel happy that the country is receiving things back to them that was stolen originally and was made for profit, was made for all these things, during that time. Like, imagine you was from that area, and you take you're going to Europe on a vacation to see family members out there, and you're going to a museum and you're seeing your lineage here, but you can't see it back home. That's effed up. That's sad.
It's really bad.
But I'm happy the country can bring it back to their country, and they can put a display in their area to show the people of the marvels that was once them. I feel disgusted and feel disappointed because I feel like the Netherlands did yeah, we made our money off of it now. You can have it back now. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
like for example, you hear Puff give some of these artists back.
That's
their masters.
Exactly where I was gonna go with that. You read my mind crystal clear with that.
Or you hear a label say, "We're gonna give your masters back." I don't want it no more. What am I gonna do with it?
And that's the thing too. You're giving me back something that you was able to make millions off of.
Mm-hmm.
Because you understood the technical aspects of it and what to do with it, and I don't understand that aspect.
Not yet. That is
not yet.
But
that's the thing. Not yet. How many artists are privy to knowing exactly what to do when they get something, when they get their master recordings?
They don't. So it's like, so now you're giving it back to me for what now? Just for good GP? No. What you should did it was give me back that and the profits you made from that items on display Send some of that with you too.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, that's. I mean, listen,
if you want to do it right all the way.
You're not wrong.
Don't don't half-ass it.
You're not wrong.
Or if you're gonna send it back to my country, let's have a negotiation with dealings. We trade, we barter. You can lease the items or something like that. Something.
Mm-hmm.
But don't just say, "Oh, we're gonna do it in good faith and send it back to me." Nah, I don't want that no more. You white hands done touched it already, bro.
No, and I honestly,
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. If you've been hosed down for years and you know you couldn't make money off of something, and all of a sudden when after it's not popular, now you give it back to me. I don't want it no more like that.
No, I completely understand.
That, bro.
I think I'd be naive to say there's probably not an agenda there, besides besides people being able to touch and understand what is rightfully theirs. I'm pretty sure there is some type of agenda behind that.
Yeah, there is.
But at the same time, I think it is ultimately the right. It is ultimately the right step forward.
Yeah, it is.
And hopefully, other countries follow suit, like England.
I was about to mention their name.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain jewel that's on a certain item that originally wasn't yours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get taken down. I don't want them to come up to me like this.
But you can't do nothing with me.
I don't need you walking up on me like that.
You want to hide it for the world? I'm gonna put it out there for them.
Okay. Don't do me wrong. All right. My turn.
Yep.
So, I am Walt. You've been away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little crash course.
Okay.
Do you know what the CFPB is?
CFPB. I'm not too sure.
Okay, so CFPB is. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, because I heard my notes down somewhere here. It is the wait. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. You know what that is?
Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Yes. Crash course, folks. I'm gonna give it. I know what it means. The initial. I just forgot what it meant. The abbreviation. So, essentially, what the CFPB is. It's an entity that was created in 2009, 2011, recently, that was meant to protect the consumers from predatory lending, from bank fraud, from anything involving finances. They're there to protect. So, how you see a lot of banks being sued for junk fees or credit cards companies sued for junk fees? The CFPB protects us, okay?
Okay.
So now, we spoke about this. I've been talking about the CFPB ad nauseum because the guy who runs the CFPB now, the same guy that helped make, that stupid book from Donald Trump, what's that thing called again? I'm trying to blank here. I'm tired.
You said
Project 2025.
Oh my God.
Russell, Mr. Walt. Russell Walt is the man's name. So, the reason why the CFPB is important is because the CFPB, I am Walt, drops its lawsuit against JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, over Zelle fraud. Those I don't know, Zelle was a fraud, has been running rampant. When you get those text messages from different companies saying, Easy Pass this, Norton that. And what Zelle is, I'm going to explain what Zelle is. The CFPB once upon a time sued the Orderly Warning Services, which runs the peer-to-peer payment network, as well as Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo in December 2024, alleging that the firms failed to properly investigate fraud complaints or give victim reimbursement back. So you know that when you do Zelle, right? Walt. What's the one that they ask you when you do a Zelle? Have you ever used Zelle before, Walt?
Zelle, yeah.
Okay. What's the first thing they ask you when you do a Zelle transfer payment? What they say?
Do you Oh, who you who you sending it to?
Yeah. What's that? Just got the steps. So let's say you want to send me money through Zelle. What do you normally do?
So I go through my banking app.
Yeah.
I could either type in a number or look for your email,
Yep.
and then once I have your email, I sent it, and I gotta verify that I'm sending it.
Okay. Once upon a time, Zelle didn't have that. Remember what Zelle was? As soon as you put somebody's number in,
That's it.
you could send it right then and there, right? The problem was people were getting scammed with that at one point in time. And, they wanted people to get reimbursements, but we're here now. Since the newly elected director, Russell Walt, has taken over the CFPB, the agency that has draped numerous cases, dropped numerous cases since he took over. That same agency is in a legal battle after the union sued to halt the firings. Customers of the three banks have lost more than $870 million since the launch of Zelle in 2017. As I said before, Zelle was created for banking customers and consumers, an alternate way or easier way to send money. Because remember back in the day, if you want to send money, you had to do PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. That was the original ones. Until Zelle came into the picture and you can do it right away. The current CFPB has agreed to never bring back these claims again, shutting down the possibility of clawing back funds for consumer relief. I think this is disgusting. That this new administration does not give a damn about the common people. How many people have been scammed through Zelle? Or you send the wrong number. And you try to reach back, you can't get them. Nasty work. Nasty work. And here again, people, when I said it over and over again, election has consequences. Without the CFPB, you're going to get numerous, stupid credit card offers. These damn car loans you're going to get. Different loans to different people. They ain't protect you against your own bank account. Lord knows if your thing gets hacked, will they reimburse the money to the banks? We don't know. Because this guy's in charge now. Russell Vaughn. Nasty work. So again, people, when you use your Zelle, make sure this is the right person you're sending it to. Always check the numbers once or twice. You can even call them and say, hey, is your number still active on Zelle? Is that your phone number? Because I want to send you money. Please protect yourselves at all costs, people. Because dudes out here ain't playing fair.
No.
And now with the CFPB pulling back from protecting customers through fraudulent Zelle activity, it's nasty work. You know how hard it is to get a Zelle refunded through the banks? It's almost impossible, bro. It makes my skin crawl. All right, y'all. Ceddy Ced is here. We'll take a quick little break. We'll get right back. Ceddy Ced's gonna, talk his ish, and we'll get to the wise guy. I might slide in one more story. We'll see where it goes. Hold on, y'all. The man, the myth, the legend is here. All right, y'all. DJ Intence here on the Record Podcast as we continue. So I and Walt stepped away. So Tag said, he said, you're here, bro. What's up, my boy?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing, man?
Welcome back, brother. How you been?
Been all right, man. Had to do a little OT today, but I'm good, though. I'm doing all right. Doing fine. Had to do a little power nap myself. Had to do like 12 hours today, and I'm here now. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that last week you missed out. My man here had, handled the situation. I am doing Ramadan, so it's quite hard trying to fast and stay on top of things during this point, because we record at night, because the gentleman's busy during the day. I'm busy during the day too as well. So it's it's not easy, but
make it happen.
Make it happen. I'm glad you're here.
Likewise.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I'm here as well. Yes, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Because I could, have the space to talk my talk and just have a good convo with you guys, man.
I wish you were at the brunch today.
I promise you, next week I'm down to go, man. This
Just
Sunday.
one day. I just need one. I just need you for one Sunday.
All right. Well, it's gonna happen. So that's
I'm
gonna
saying?
happen. Because I heard the women in Harlem are beautiful and welcoming, and I'm down for that because I need a change of scenery when it comes to women, man.
I just think New York City, in general.
Yeah.
And here's why I say that. I feel like the women in the city are so forthcoming. Is that the word I want to say?
All right.
Because they will ask you some straight up questions directly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh? Like, for example, the other day I'm doing the brunch.
Yeah.
And Shreddy is like, so I just how's your wife? I'm like, hold on, time out.
Wife.
Wife.
Slow down,
Slow down, sweetheart.
Slow down.
I'm just here playing some songs. I'm just saying,
I just spin records.
I spin records. But bro, it's a
Now they're very forward.
Yeah,
And
very, very forward.
I respect that.
I respect them. I'm saying, I'm like, whoa. And then when you tell them, like, I told one shorty, I guess maybe she was intoxicated and she didn't know me. I was like, my name is unavailable.
Yep.
And she said, oh, really?
Oh, she's gonna test that theory.
Yes, she did, bro. She really tried. I was like, you can talk to Missy if you want to.
As long as she loves dudes like my size, we good to go.
Right, it don't matter, man. As long as your persona in the city is
Top tier.
top. But that's why I see how so many dudes have so many different girlfriends in the city.
I'm telling you, I get a girl down there, man. I'm buying this car next week.
It don't take much, man.
I'm telling you right now. No, I mean, just get down there back and forth, man.
There are so many beautiful ladies in the city who are single, and it's like, whoa. Or they might have a situation going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, how many of you beautiful, successful women is out there right now? It is crazy to me.
You know what it is? Here's the thing, man, because a lot of dudes are intimidated by some of these women who are very successful.
Never be.
And you can't, because you know what it is? At the end of the day, here's the thing. Here's a statistic. A lot of these women, especially our sisters, are very successful, very learned, if you want to say that term. And just, they are very, very, they know what they want. They know what they want to get out of life, and they're willing to work for it and have worked for it. And it shows a lot because the dynamic is changing because they have multiple degrees. They have their own businesses and stuff like that. And they are about, you know, they're not for no jive. They're not for no BS. Like, they know what they want out of life. And you need to be just real with them.
Yeah.
That's the price of admission for most time. Like, you could be a person who makes $6,000 a year, and if it doesn't kill your ego to have a woman that makes more money than you, then you'll be all right. Like, I see my dad. My dad was a trucker. He made about $75,000 a year. My mom was a nurse, a head nurse. She was making over $100,000 a year. And it's like, it didn't kill his ego at all. Yeah, and granted, he's a Haitian man, and they run on, you know,
ego
and pride, and a little bit of the patriarchy situation, and for somehow it worked for 35 plus years, like the marriage. So that's
funny. I wish you was here on earlier because I brought up the analogy of remember the last podcast, so we spoke about relationships.
Yeah.
How, you know, people think it's 50-50, it's really 100-100.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We just talked to them about that, and I think the problem is that people don't hold themselves accountable for situations in a relationship.
Yeah.
Whether they may be friends, family, etc.
Yeah.
Not seeing the things that they did was wrong. Might have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the key word, accountability.
But you don't dwell on it though. You say, okay, I learned from it. I move on. There's some people that they're
stuck in their ways and just feel like I'm not wrong here at all. Like,
yeah.
And you can't think like that if you want a really successful relationship.
Yeah.
You gotta be open with each other. You gotta accept your faults and your pluses and just ride with it like a wave or a roller coaster. You have your up and downs, and at the end of the day, if you're really about each other and you go through thick and thin. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
And that's how it's supposed to work, and people don't do that, bro.
And that's why
it's a damn shame.
The divorce rate is so damn high in this country. Like, it's damn near embarrassing. Like, people are not willing to put in the work to make things last, and that's the problem.
Amen.
And we have social media to blame for that. We have the societal BS that goes on with it.
I don't even blame social media anymore. I blame cell phones. People are so into their cell phones nowadays, and they're so into themselves.
And that's why when I go out on a date or go out with my peoples, I put it on the table, face down, doesn't come off. It comes up. If I look at it, I'm paying for the entire meal.
Oh, you want one of those challenges? I wouldn't mind doing that.
And trust me, it is hard because we are so attached to our phones. It's like to get rid of it. Listen, I'm guilty of it as well because I'm on social media on a regular basis, like throughout work. And if I don't be on social, like on Instagram, going through some stuff like doom scrolling and all that stuff, then I'm gonna be bored of my damn mind.
I think I'm gonna use that phrase now. Doom scrolling. Yo.
But that's what it is, man. Like you see my timeline, my FYP. I always follow the political stuff or some thought-provoking stuff or funny stuff like sports and stuff like that or dark humor. That's what I do for my FYP, and that's on TikTok,
bro,
and on IG.
I feel like I want to reset my FYP. Here's why. Because I'm also into the same thing like that. Dark humor, comedy, political things, you know, things of that nature, right?
Yeah. Oh, and cars as well.
My homie, I should say, sent me this page of this lady breastfeeding their child. Ever since I clicked on that stupid link on my For You page, it's always somebody breastfeeding. I'm like, I don't want to see that.
Dude, I just saw topless girls in France today because of you.
Can you talk about it real quick?
Let's go for it. Why not?
So my man Hank is a funny guy. So Hank said in the comment section, he's like, such a worthless sightseeing.
See, I'm gonna get in
all
trouble.
Those free.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
He's like all those free nips, and none of them were like, you know,
spectacular. Oh, they do love it all the natural in France. I'm just saying, like we just go to 100.
I appreciate the message. The message is powerful. Just that, you know,
watch it.
It like I'm saying.
Right,
bro,
you know
I don't want to see I don't want to see 60-plus-year-old lady.
I'll see it
with
for
her
you.
nips out, bro.
There you go.
No, it was. I was like, ugh.
Listen, it's France. The old naturality.
Listen, we know how they give it up. We know how. Listen, we see. Remember what happened with the France with the farmers? What did they do?
Pour manure all over their
city hall, right?
Yep.
All right. So we know how they give it up. They don't care.
So they actually took craps in the river
Yeah.
that the mayor was supposed to swim in just in time for the Olympics.
We know.
Like, they really get down to it. You know what? I applaud y'all because the people of France, they're about that action 24/7, 365.
Yep.
So I'll applaud them for that because if Ish goes, Ish Creek in their government,
They're going to speak up about it.
They're gonna be out in the streets heavy and wrecking Ish up, man.
That's why the farmers need to go down to Washington, D.C.
Oh, they're going to do that. The Nebraska people, it's going to happen.
Oh, we just spoke with. See, we missed the segment last time. I just spoke that said, do you know how many Nebraska farmers are losing their farms right now because most of their workforce was undocumented immigrants?
70%. Over 70%.
Say it again.
Over 70%.
So if I take 10 people who work there and I take away 7, now those people got to do extra jobs.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's this.
And they can't handle it.
But hey, white people, you said the migrants to get your jobs, right? Well, now here's your opportunity to do your jobs.
Bingo.
Here's your opportunity.
But what's the problem?
They're not getting paid enough, and that's why they won't do those jobs, or they can't work their asses off.
And another one is the new. I'm sorry to say this. I'm gonna cut the sound off. You may call me an old fart.
Go
you
ahead.
may call me an old man.
Go ahead, get them.
It's what it is.
Get them.
You new teenagers are lazy.
Yeah.
The world is catching up to us.
You know what? I can't just blame solely on them.
Your
It's the
parents
parenting,
ain't do you right neither.
and it's the government.
And the government ain't do you right either. You feel that you're entitled to certain things that you did not work for, that you're not going to go out there and get it. And you just believe that, you know, either you have the complexion for the protection or you're pretty enough or social media likes going to get you where it's going to get you. It's not.
I'm going to say at this point blank, if you thought millennials got it bad, or you Gen Zers, whoo, Lord.
Instagram be lying.
Boy, you're going to have to get the wrath. Because here's the thing. People realize, for Instagram, from the millions of streams you get on Instagram, you make like, what, $10, $20, something like that.
Which is cool.
Compared to YouTube, you make thousands in YouTube.
It's cool. But at the end of the day,
it takes years to amass the following of likes of Kai Cenat and
Yes.
and Mr. Beast, and those two were like a once in a lifetime, once in a generation type of situation. They took them years to build
get
a platform.
But back to this farmland, I am one myself discussed it earlier. I think I sent the video to you. Remember the lady who was running like a bakery / restaurant?
Yeah.
And she said that, she has 60 people, I think 60 plus people are employed where she works.
Yeah.
Where the business that she owns.
Yeah.
Right? And she said, out of the 60, majority of the workers are Latinos.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
At least said 90% was Latinos or maybe higher. Cool, whatever. Then the lady asked another question. How many of your staff members are undocumented? She said half.
Oh, I said no comment.
She didn't open her mouth, bro. She said half.
I said no comment because then you leave yourself wide open for ICE to raid your shop.
It's probably too late anyway. Because then the next question lady asks, who'd you vote for? So he said, who do you think she voted for? Ceddy Ced.
Drum roll, please. Donald Trump.
And the woman said, why? And she said, well, I thought he was good for business. And I don't want him to get rid of certain people here.
I'm saying point blank.
But I didn't understand what's going on because I just think he's good for business.
You guys prove Trump once again why he loves the poorly educated. He has proved it once again. People, he is not a successful businessman. The guy literally ran casinos into the ground. Casinos are businesses that will always generate money.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a special kind of failure to run multiple casinos into the ground.
I think he lost the Trump Towers in Vegas.
Yep. The Taj Mahal.
Because something about it in Vegas, and they lost their casino license.
Oh, yeah, because of all these complaints and all these irregularities in the books and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He told me this. Listen. For you to fail at a business like gambling, like casinos and stuff like that, it's like you're effing up minute rice. It's so simplistic. It's like effing up instant noodles. Like, it takes a special kind of in order to ruin something as simplistic as instant ramen noodles, instant rice, or run a casino, because it's all there. As long as you have clientele coming in, dropping money, and the house wins, you will always have money. Mm-hmm. How do you F that up? Like, it takes a special kind of
greed.
No, idiocy.
Idiocy and greed.
Because here's the thing. People are saying in his circle, allegedly, like, his IQ level is at 80.
I don't care what that means.
That means you are, like, below average in terms of intelligence.
Well, clearly you see it right now.
Like, the guy doesn't know what tariffs means, and he's going to win the tariff war, a war that he didn't have to do in the first place. And look what he's doing. You are literally hurting the people that supported you during your campaign.
Let's look back all the things that have gone up in prices since then.
And yo, shout out to
new cars.
Oh, yep.
Going up.
Now, here's the thing. People realize those cars that say American boot, Ford F-150.
They get imported.
The parts get built in either Mexico or Canada.
Hello.
The lumber that helps build your homes. Guess where most of the lumber come from?
From Canada.
Yep. And because there's no way we can have the same lumber quality of lumber that are harder withstanding. Because mind you, the trees are different in British Columbia and Quebec and whatever, because of the weather. The snow and everything makes strong, withstandable lumber.
Mm-hmm.
And because of this douchebag doing what he did, and now be more expensive to build new homes in America now, because we don't have the type of lumber that Canada has, mind you.
Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, but y'all play dumbass games, you win dumbass prizes.
So you got that. Avocados going up, because where do avocados come from?
Mexico.
Bananas are going to go up, because some bananas come from Mexico.
Or South America.
South America.
Like Brazil.
So
they were oranges and
apples.
What else? Canadian syrup.
Yep, that's going up.
Maple syrup's going to be, ooh, Lord.
Canadian bacon.
Oh, God, that's going to hurt the most.
Taylor ham.
That's going to hurt the most for me.
So,
Molson beer, Canadian whiskey, amazing whiskey, by the way. They'll go up in price. What else? What else?
Nutella's going to go up in price.
Oh, yeah. And tequila.
Yeah.
That's what hurt me the most, tequila. And that's just for starters. Like
You know what I'm
even
saying?
Mexican Coke, Mexican Pepsi,
Yeah.
even the imported soda, which is way better than the stuff we get in America. In
Go
terms
up in
of
price.
go up price as well. But this is what you wanted. This is what y'all wanted. Y'all filed the pipe popper of BS, and here we are. Like, y'all wanted this, and we told you, black people en masse told you what it was, and y'all don't listen to black. And see, it is the greatest example of you would rather us suffer in terms of our quality of life, because, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons why you want us to suffer. But y'all gonna suffer with us too, because now these rich billionaires are trying to bring you white people who are poor and middle class down to our level, and y'all gonna be you're still gonna be mad at us.
Don't be mad at us
For something that you voted for.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep pointing out to you. Listen, there's a lot of businesses I don't support anymore because of who they voted for. Listen, I'm gonna put it out there. Screw it. Franco's Pizza used to go there on a regular basis. I never went there. I haven't went there since election day. Dumbass comment from one of the people who run the store. Say, "Oh, if you didn't want to vote for Trump, then guess what? You can leave now." Word. Leave now. Bet. Got you. Never saw a dollar from me ever again. And trust me, I'm tempted because their buffalo chicken pizza is amazing. I ain't gonna lie, but I haven't spent a single dollar. It's November. It's December, January, February, March. 4 months in, and I want to see a single dollar to those guys.
See, this is what I gotta say.
I
right?
stand 10 toes down on my convictions, people.
Let Elon Musk be the cautionary tale. You don't want to mix business and politics.
Oh, speaking of which, oh Lord, Mr. I lost $7 billion. Got to say something really, really stupid to the world's one of the richest men in South America.
Because
Oh Lord,
Elon Musk, you know, some people's homeboy, some people's farmer bro, whatever you want to call it, broham. Because of him
His
and his
own father.
actions within his company,
his own father called him retarded multiple
stock
times.
has dropped 30%, bro.
I'm surprised. You should have been. People should have been sold there, ish, man.
It went from 400 down to like 290 something, 285 right now,
Not surprised at
which
all.
is a discount and compared to what the company's really worth.
Not surprised.
But because what you did that, bro, here's money he cost me to all my accounts, roughly. Because I have Tesla. No. I was like $5,000-$6,000 because of this dude, bro.
And you lost it all. Most of it, I mean.
Well, not really, because I bought these shares early. But it was nice seeing my portfolio go up
Yeah.
because, you know, there was a product they were selling. And this is the thing that you know, these tech companies have to be wary about. You're not the only game in town, bro.
And here's the story. Should I tell the story right now?
Okay?
Might as well.
You got China with their EVs coming.
Yep. And they're killing it.
You got Europe with their EVs coming.
Yep. And you
got Lucent right here who with their EV. Rivian's right here with their EVs as well.
Rivian's killing it. Better
So
than Tesla. Dude, the lead car company, the car they have, that costs like what, $20,000 less than a Tesla. And do so much more. And has video, has voice recognition and like hand recognition. All that. Dude, have you seen the video?
No, I haven't seen
There's
it.
a video of this guy. He's a black influencer.
Oh, the tech guy, the black kid tech kid?
Who does the car reviews and all that stuff. Yo, I forgot his name, but
oh my god, I know you're talking about.
with the glasses.
Yeah, no, I've
curly
seen
hair.
him before.
Him.
Yeah. He
And-
always getting like different imported cars.
Dude, this car,
And
I
just reviews
wish
about
that
it.
lead car was in America. I will buy it in a heartbeat because that car is amazing.
Yeah, I think I think he's on TikTok
Yeah, as well as
and he's on
YouTube.
Instagram and YouTube. Yeah,
And the dude is killing it, dude. But back to the car. The car does so much more than the freaking Tesla. It's embarrassing. And yet, it costs $20,000 less than than a well-equipped Tesla. Like $20,000 to $30,000 less.
this is what Elon doesn't understand, right?
You think he's the only game in town? You're not, buddy.
You're not the only game in town,
And this car's are way better built.
and the people that's buying your vehicles
They're not buying it no more.
are people who think about the economy, the eco,
Left-leaning people.
left-leaning people,
And you just
And you're pissing-
alienated the entire audience.
and you're pissing at them. Tell them it's rain.
No, because you know what it is? He supports Nazism. He supports the AFD, which is a alternative for Russia, which is pretty much a neo-Nazi group.
Mm-hmm.
He did a Sieg Heil twice. The guy went so further down the rabbit hole. It's disgusting. I thought QAnon people were bad. This dude right here, because of his girlfriend left him for a trans woman, his son became a trans woman herself, and disowns her father because he was a deadbeat dad, and because Joe Biden supposedly slighted him allegedly about not announcing him during an EV summit during his term as president. That's when he went full on red pill, and then he went down the rabbit hole on X to the point he bought the damn thing and got pretty much bombarded by these white supremacists and by these incel retards to the point that he became who he is today.
And
there's a whole timeline about this. I remember this one podcast I listened to. There's a whole timeline showing how bad he went down this rabbit hole.
so, I'm going to ask him, do you expect people from the right to be able to purchase your vehicles?
Tee up the music real quick.
I want to ask. I know you're going to answer the question,
I'm
but I want to ask him that question. Like, through the things you're doing, the people that helped make you where you are right now,
and you disown them.
You did a 180 on them. Do you really think that big auto companies are going to let you get it far ahead in life? Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say like this.
Talk your ish.
I'm gonna say this point blank. And this is my first curse word in a podcast.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna say like this.
You said breast earlier.
Breast is not a curse word.
Well, you said the T word. Yep.
Come on, stop it, man. Cut it out. Cut it out as a count. But here's the thing, right? I'm gonna say like this for all the couslings out there, for who are in the Trump camp. We don't like damn Tesla cars. Those Tesla cars are for and transies and all of them people we don't mess with. We got very top like our cousins, what they are built the way that God made them, and we don't look at cars with V8s with pollution making mufflers, and we like them the way we like them, like we like our women big. So to that Elon Musk, that South Africaner, that bastard, we don't like them cars. We like our cars. We like our women huge, big, loud, and wide. All right? So leave us alone. You give Mr. Trump all his monies, and I best believe we will keep you stay over there. We stay over here. All right? Be on, Africaner. Was that good?
Sensational.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
He said, be gone, African. I don't know where that came from. Yeah. Be gone, Africana. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
But that's the reality. But that's the reality. Because here's the thing: no self-respecting right winger are going to willingly drop between $50,000 to $100,000 on a Tesla, outside from the trodes who are buying those Tesla trucks that don't do truck-ish.
Yeah,
I've been seeing a lot more in Rockland. Like, dude, are you worried about these guys going to spray paint your car? Like, or just flambe with a freaking
the Zionists are buying these cars.
Flambe this car with a freaking Molotov cocktail or something like that. Are you worried about this stuff?
Ceddy said, "How can you be a Zionist and
support a Nazi
and support a guy who's
make that make sense? It's like me being Jewish buying a Volkswagen. Come on now." Or BMW.
I'm just trying to figure it
or
out.
Mercedes Benz. Knowing the implications of the history of those three car companies.
I'm just trying to figure it out, bro.
But I'm the asshole pointed out, right?
Go with your story, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I watched the man doing the screen a couple times, grab his chest and put his hand out.
And then and that piece of ish, Charlie Kirk, dude did what we was doing during his college tours. My heart goes out to you. You know exactly what you're doing. You want to do and the guy, a Jewish kid, called him out, do the thing. If he wants to do the Hitler-ish, do it then. I'm Jewish, do it. He said, my heart goes out to you. And then underhand. Like, mother, you ain't slick. You ain't smart. Like, yo.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm going to say it in the way a Pullman would say, everybody want to be a Nazi, but nobody want to be a Nazi. They're just asking him to figure it out for me. Right? Am I lying?
You're not lying.
Everybody wants to be a Nazi, but don't want the Nazi punishment. The punishment comes being an actual out and about Nazi. Because they're too chicken-ish. Because you know what it is? They still hide behind their hoods and behind their balaclavas because they don't have the heart to wear that racism on their sleeve. And you know why? Because a lot of these people have infiltrated our society. They're in our post office. They're in our police precincts. They're
in our schools.
They're in our
teaching our children.
Government. They are our judges. They are
our
politicians.
Doctors. They're nurses in the nurse's office. Okay?
I just started a study that, black people live longer lives and they have black doctors in their vicinity.
Did you hear?
I heard about that. So now we got to move to a black country with black doctors and live a lot longer than we would do here in America.
Because why? The black doctors know the black communities, knows they communicate with them effectively, knows what their patients need because they're seeing those type of clients in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I shout out to Dr. Rainford.
I need to find a black doctor. I don't care where it is at. I got to find a black doctor for real because I am not trying to go out, check out the earth this early, man. Real talk, man. Some
nurse practitioner who's up and coming talks about, by the way, you could do it like this, they do it like that. How about you shut up?
Yeah. How about giving my colon exam early so I won't go out like other people did in my community early?
That's one thing I got to do.
I'm going to do that this year, too.
Yeah, because I have to screen myself early.
So
go ahead with your story, my boy.
All right, so my first story is going to be from MSN. Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim cuts ties with Elon Musk Starlink, costing Musk over $7 billion after a controversial tweet.
Hey, man.
Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim has officially severed ties with Elon Musk Starlink, opting to invest in all telecommunications infrastructure rather than relying on Musk's satellite technology. Slim's company, America Movo, announced a massive $22 billion investment over the next 3 years to enhance its network, signaling a major strategic shift in Latin America's telecommunications industry. The decision is expected to deliver a financial blow to Starlink, which has anticipated a profitable partnership in the region.
Remember, they already partnered with T-Mobile.
Yeah.
So,
which is stupid. T-Mobile, Young's got a super L supporting this guy. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
The technology, not the person.
Dude, as long as he's tied to that technology,
I hear what you're saying.
People will drop that company. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. Anything that's attached to this dude will affect people's...
Well, maybe the next stockholder meeting, I can, I put my 2 cents in and say vote against Elon
They need
Musk.
to vote him out, period.
Oh, listen, I can't wait.
Like
during the next stockholders meeting for Tesla,
you didn't vote him out.
When they have that option, bye-bye. So long, au revoir.
He needs to go. If you don't go, you lose more money. I'm telling you it's going to happen.
Go ahead.
Tensions between the two business moguls reportedly escalated after Musk shared a controversial tweet implying Slim had connections to organized crime. Within minutes of the post, Slim canceled all collaborations.
Okay.
With Starlink and Latin America, causing Musk to lose an estimated $7 billion. And here's the tweet right here.
So basically, pride. What's the 3 things you say what happens to people for now?
Pride goes before the fall?
Yep. And another one that I say what men fight over. Women, money, pride, and your ego.
Yep.
You try to sell the man's name, Elon? Really? You're going to try to sell the man's name? For real? Is that what we're doing now?
Here's the post right here.
Go ahead.
They shared. From some douchebag named Wall Street Mav. Carlos, which actually a racist guy, let's be 100, but that's either here or there, I guess. But we'll read the tweet. Carlos Slim is a Mexican billionaire worth over $70 billion. He is the largest shareholder in a publicly traded shares of the New York Times. He also is known to have significant ties to the drug cartels in Mexico. You don't become a billionaire in Mexico without being part of the... Wow. Really? Let me read the rest of the thing. Hold on. We want to say I'm going to read the rest of it. Okay.
That's the man's post?
You don't become a billionaire in Mexico without being part of the network that is controlled and protected. The New York Times knows who their owners are connected to and are pushing the narrative that supports Carlos Slim's businesses, interests, and his partners.
Whew.
So because of that comment, it costs... Shortly after, Slim announced plans to redirect his 5-year Starlink projects to European and Chinese companies, further diminishing the U.S. commercial presence in the region.
What did I say?
So
what did I say earlier?
That he's going to cost America its status in being...
But before that, what did I say about the world?
The world's catching
up.
But you know what it is, though? Here's the thing. I think the world been caught up in that surpassed the U.S.
Yes.
Let's
that
keep it
part
100.
too.
Because let's keep it real. A lot of technology that we wanted to have, like 6G, they've been have for a minute. Like China
Make sense.
China has 6G. China has high
Japan
roadways.
Has high speed railways. Did you see that clip of that guy driving through Japan when it snowed and they had the little salt thing on the roads?
Yeah, to dice the roads. We could have had that, but these assholes in power, mainly Republicans, refuse to invest in infrastructure. And yet you dumbasses out there still vote Republican to the detriment of you, because God forbid a couple of black and brown people make some gains in their lives for the next generation. So you are willing to destroy this country because you don't want black people and brown people.
And I don't want to hear no nonsense. Like, oh, well, China and Japan are small. I don't give a damn. Smaller or not.
They have leaps and bounds. No, China is not a small country. Let's keep it 100.
No, people are dumb when they look at the map. It looks so small.
Dude, you know how deep one of the provinces, Chongqing, is in terms of structure? You go from one place to one place, you thought you're on the ground? No, you're not on the ground. You're to one floor down, to another part down. You're not even nowhere near the actual ground of Earth of Chongqing. Like, they keep going down and down and down. Yeah. And you still haven't reached the ground yet because their infrastructure is so well built. It's something out of freaking what's that game?
Cyberpunk
2070. I'm like, yo, how you have so many freaking infrastructure about level over level, like, and it's still structurally sound. It's insane how many levels are there to the people, to the city, the parts of the city. Like, America would never. It would never. And that's what I mean by investing in infrastructure, because you invest in infrastructure, you create more places for commerce and for people to live. You can never run out. You know how people have so many billions of people in China and know how to maintain to keep them all housed and stuff? Well, there's your answer.
Yeah.
And we could have had all this in America, but because we want to privatize everything, we are way behind in terms of where we need to be in the world stage.
Amen.
It was done by design because the people are too goddamn greedy. It was all started in the days of Reaganomics, and it's still like this to this very day, 40 years later.
You know, it's funny when I see one of these little white kids in the gym wearing that damn MAGA hat.
Dude, I want to.
Or there's one guy I see wear a Reagan Bush shirt. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I
want to drop a weight on the back of your neck one of these days.
You do realize the reason why you're supporting those guys because you're white and you don't see the damage they have done to other communities.
It's okay.
Like, I can show them a whole PowerPoint presentation showing how detrimental they were to low-income families.
All I gotta say is the Iran-Contra affair. That's all I gotta say.
Dude, they defunded HUD. They defunded.
Ceddy Ced, I don't have much to say. I just point to Iran-Contra affair. You really want to know what's really going on? What Reagan really did to people in this country? Look at the Iran-Contra affair.
Or watch the entire series of Snowfall.
If you want a quick synopsis, that's your target right there.
Snowfall?
No, the Iran-Contra affair on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
It'll tell you right then and there.
It's like, not only that, also that, but he repealed so many things that could have been helping us out today. Like the
college.
Fairness Doctrine.
HUD.
I mean, if it wasn't for the Fairness Doctrine not being in place still, if it was still in place, we wouldn't have no Fox News. We wouldn't have Rush Limbaugh. Because Fairness Doctrine means you have to give both sides of the argument in the same platform that you're doing the argument in. That means you got to do both left and right-leaning arguments and have actual fair and balanced information given to your audience, so be well-informed. Those were the days of Walter Cronkite and the days of Dan Rather and Peter Jennings and Tom Brokaw. Those days are dead.
Yeah.
Long dead because of one simple thing Ronald Reagan did, and that's killing the Fairness Doctrine. And not only that, all these things, the greed is good, trickle-down economics, all that stuff, it never worked. It never worked.
So you're striking a nerve with trickle-down economics. So this economist guy was talking on a pod.
Go ahead.
And he was saying how, like, the problem with America is that they feel like, they think if you give the tax breaks to these, these billionaires, that they're going to end up, using the tax breaks to help the less people next to them. And they will trickle down.
It'll never
and he
happen.
said that it doesn't happen because capitalism and greed always rules first. So the old think of trickle-down economics works. No,
No, it never did.
the world has caught up to us.
Yep. Do you believe it?
You said it right to the man's face. The world has caught up to us.
Yep.
And slowly but surely, America is losing its influence because of an idiot who's in office.
Oh, it's full here. Sorry.
That's all right.
Strictly because, oh yeah, I don't F with Dr. Umar ever again.
Oh, really?
Dude,
Pivot. Go ahead.
I'll tell you why. Because he was happy that Stacey Abrams didn't win the Georgia governor's race, and when he discovers black people from voting for Kamala. There's a reason.
But remember that his daughter apparently put him on blast.
As
Call
she
him
should have.
a deadbeat.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting for that school, my brother.
There's a reason he was exposed for not taking care of his kids. Don't you like me calling him out? It's simple. Find someone whose views you align with and follow their account. Social media is free and no one's forcing you to be here. Wow. But back to the story. Sorry about that, guys.
You're right.
All right, the guy's a fraud. Yeah, we're still waiting for that school to be built and open.
Yeah.
Must have been almost 20 years now. Over 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. We're still waiting for that school. What's good, Doc?
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, and contrary to what you believe, if I decide to date a snowbuddy again, I'm gonna do it in your face.
So, bro, you can't help who you love, bro.
Exactly.
Love is love.
Doctor, I want your credentials too, man. For real, if you really are a doctor. I doubt he is. Like that guy from Florida who said he was a doctor with a young underage kid. Put out prescriptions in. That's what he sounds like to me, man.
Quack doctor, if you ask me. All right, my turn. Ceddy Ced.
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, my friend.
No, we're brothers, right?
Yeah, definitely. Most down. Most
We all
definitely.
family here.
Yeah, we are.
Have you ever used Skype?
Back in the day, I have.
Okay. Skype was my first introduction to video chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember AIM tried it, but it wasn't really that successful. Because depending on what kind of connection your home person had and what kind of webcam you had.
Yeah.
But Skype was the innovator of that, where you can call anybody in the world.
Yeah.
And I think they were the first to have it on the phone, where you can connect on the phone to computer. Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm bringing up Skype is because Microsoft is shutting down Skype in May of this year. May of 2025, Microsoft is shutting down Skype.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I think it came up in my mind with that Nebraska farm situation we talked about.
Yes.
Imagine this: you're in Nebraska, and Biden literally saved your farm with funds from the Inflation Reduction Act. Then you vote for Trump because you hate Democratic policies. Now you're about to lose your farm because of Trump. That's crazy.
And your farm about to be put up by big business.
Yeah, I voted for this. You got rid of 70% of your
So
workforce.
I don't want to hear no one complain about, well, why is Bill Gates buying all these farms? Because he can.
Blame JD Vance because he invested in this company called Anchor or something.
Because they can.
Because they said it hits you up for failure, and now they can buy your farm for dirt cheap price.
And now you work for them.
And you notice how black people didn't complain about this at all? Black farmers, you know why? Because they're so used to being out of the system and not getting the benefits that the white people are doing, the farmers are doing, that they had find other ways to
make money.
To make money.
When they were using U.S. aid and things of that nature, and now you're tripping them up too, because USA wasn't just about helping out people foreign; it helped out people with businesses here.
All your farming,
grains, corn, peanuts, wheat, cotton, all that was grown, being stored away,
was sent overseas.
Was sent overseas through U.S. aid, and because you guys got in the way, guess where it's staying at? Instead of the silos full up. Make it make sense, but
but that's what you wanted.
My new favorite phrase, Ceddy Ced, I'm saying is, I tell people now, don't worry, you find out.
Oh, they gotta find out, all right.
That's my new phrase. But someone goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, don't worry, you find out.
It's coming. Your moment of clarity is coming.
No, don't worry, you find out. I'll talk to you later. That's my new phrase now.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to my story.
Sorry about that.
So Skype is a video calling service that Microsoft bought for $8.5 billion in 2011. That's when Steve Ballmer was the CEO, the president of Microsoft. They just announced the retirement of Skype and focuses the shift to Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is a version of Google Meet. Skype users will still be able to use their existing access accounts to log onto Microsoft Teams. For years, Microsoft prioritized Teams over Skype. Microsoft folding Skype shows the desire to streamline the Teams as its main communications app. Skype was founded in 2003 by a group of engineers in Estonia. Skype helped spark and transform how people talk online. Skype pioneered in making telephone calls over the internet instead of using landlines. That's how they first started. Because remember, if you look at the Skype symbol, it's a telephone
Yeah.
with the, and then it went from voice over internet, voice over IP into VoIP, voice over internet protocol, into doing videos later down the line. VoIP is technology that converts audio into digital signals transmitted online. Skype added the video calling after eBay bought it out in 2005. And then in 2011, Microsoft bought Skype. It had, at the time, Skype had 170 million users globally. Soon after that, Skype became a verb. In 2017, recently, Trump used it to field questions for journalists. A month later, Teams was launched to catch up to the growing demand of workplace chat services. Then entered Slack to pick up the demand. Zoom launched in January 2013. And then when COVID hit, video conferencing apps exploded. Skype fell out of favor with all the other apps because it couldn't handle the load. Now, you might call me candid, jaded, whatever. Ceddy said, I love Skype.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why I like Skype, because I used to chat on AIM, talk to a chick on AIM, or talk to a chick through MySpace, or talk to a chick through Instagram, whatever app I could talk to them. And if I wanted to video call them, you got the Skype, and you sat there, boop 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 boop, and you saw your chick there. You would conversate, bro. Skype was such a good time.
Oh, it was.
I have a TV in my room. Got that TV years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was video calling somebody through Skype, and I connected my TV to my laptop, my computer to my TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking. All of a sudden, Ceddy said, bro, she gave me a peep show, bro.
Hello.
So imagine me laying in the bed like, oh, this is crazy. And she knows who you are. I remember that day. It's all right. No judgment here.
Keep a man, huh?
Yeah, just have a good time, bro. They have a good time, bro. They have a good time. So rest in peace to Skype. What you have a shock face for?
I don't.
No, earlier you went like this to your phone.
Because the H-Town Rodeo. The Houston Rodeo.
Oh, okay.
That video with all those 10s. They're out there, the women out there. Oh, my God. Ooh,
See,
Lord.
Houston was weird to me because maybe the places I went to, I didn't see a lot of beautiful ladies. But when I went to go see the show, well, Uncle Shay, I was like, oh, that's where they come out.
Yep.
That's where they come out.
Dude, I'll show you a picture I shared with my cousin real quick
Mm-hmm.
with the rodeo.
There you go. The man can't. Oh, yeah.
Nothing but 10s.
Oh, my
Nothing
goodness
but
gracious,
10s
boy.
of all flavors,
Ooh,
flavors and sizes.
And all the cowboy outfits, too?
That's the Houston Rodeo.
See, and this is why I love Southerners so much because
They
hold on to their culture, bro. In New York, that wouldn't fly. I see it. I hear it.
Dude, I gotta go back. I gotta go to Houston next year.
You never been to Houston?
Never been.
We can go together, bro.
I want to go for one reason why. Because now it's 3. Car culture. I want to try a Trill Burger, and the women.
We out. We get an Airbnb, bro. We get a 3-bedroom Airbnb. It's cheap.
I'm down the road. I was about to go this year because I want to go to.
We can still go this year, bro.
Because of the thing. I'm gonna laugh when I say this. It's happening in July. AEW's all in Texas at Arlington.
I thought we'd be in Dallas.
And then we moved to Arlington, Texas Ranger Stadium.
Oh, it's not over at the Cowboy Stadium anymore?
No. They moved it to Arlington, to the Texas Ranger Stadium.
Probably because ticket sales.
Dude, they almost sold out. I'm going to go get a travel package. I want to go because,
Let's do it, bro.
All right, let's see what the money looking at, but I'm down to go because, dude, I got to go. Because I'm telling you, these women in Texas, oh my God.
Oh,
I'm getting the
my
sweats.
exes live in Texas.
Dude. On my conquest, we live in Texas. What I'm telling you right now.
This was
Ceddy
Ced gonna walk up to her. Hey, girl, what's your name? My name is such. What's your name is?
Well, you can't do that with me.
That's my name.
Hey,
girl.
yo, like,
All right.
they call me Ceddy. There you go.
No. Your name is gonna be.
Well, you can't do that with me.
Girl, you can't do that with me, baby. My name is unavailable. Okay.
My name is Ceddy. I'm looking for a brown Betty.
My
What's
name
goody?
is unavailable to you. All right. I'm just here right now. I'm not here forever.
Yeah, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time.
Not for a long time, baby. Get in and get out. It's an OG classic.
Yes. And you don't be mad at me. I'm from New York City, but I'm just looking for
I'm just here to have a good time, baby.
Yeah. So show me how y'all get down this in H-Town.
And it's funny, especially when they hear a New Yorker talk, bro.
Yeah.
They go like this.
They're all amazed. Like, you one of them city boys? Like, yeah.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Are you one of those country girls? Who's a pretty lady? And you start talking like that?
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, you in like Flint, man. So, listen, man, I'm going to be like a savage out there. You have no idea, man. Yeah, hide your women, y'all.
Hide your woman, hide your wife, because Ceddy Ced's in town, y'all.
There you go. And listen, man. Oh, best believe things are going to change. Dude.
All right.
These girls played me for a fool. Guess what's going to happen? No, Southern girls, you get a pass.
Okay.
I ain't going to do you dirty. That's without question. But to the one up here in New York, ooh, Lord,
All
savage
right,
mode.
right. All right, y'all. We're going to take a little quick break, and then we're going to get to the wise guy.
Except for the home sisters.
In a few minutes, all right? Before we get to the wise guy, Ceddy Ced had a little important story to relate to us. Walt. Go ahead, Ceddy Ced.
Well, you think of all the things going on in this country, going to hell in a handbasket, you would think things could get any worse, but unfortunately, things can get worse and worse and on brand with this administration.
Explain.
As of this last week, two of the biggest D-heads on God's green internet have been returned home to America because, we have to allow these type of monsters in our soil, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if you guys know about this. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate were stuck in Romania for being charges of
we spoke about this on the podcast.
Of trafficking.
Remember we spoke in the last episode. No, not the last one. I got to look up what episode number it was, but we spoke about this situation with them.
Yeah, well, guess what? They've been given pretty much a free ticket back to America.
Jerks.
So, according to NPR, brothers Anderson and Tristan Tate, who were charged with human trafficking in Romania, have arrived in Florida after their travel restrictions were lifted. Andrew and Tristan Tate, brothers who faced charges in Romania for sexual abuse and human trafficking, are now in Florida. They arrived yesterday by private jet, after their travel restrictions were lifted by Romanian authorities. Mm-hmm. Andrew Tate is a self-described misogynist with millions of followers on social media. He and his brother are vocal supporters of President Trump, and there are questions about whether the Trump administration may have played a role in relaxing their travel restrictions.
You mean questions? They did play a role.
Pretty much.
Questions here.
So here's the thing. He and his brother face charges both in Romania and the United Kingdom for being part of a criminal enterprise.
We spoke about this in the
that
pod.
allegedly lured women to Romania when they were sexually exploited.
Yep.
Andrew Tate also faced a rape charge. In December, the Romanian court said that the case against the Tates couldn't go to trial, though, because of procedural and legal mistakes that have been made by prosecutors. The case does remain open, though, and the brothers are supposed to be available to return to Romania to face the charges when the time comes. But many are skeptical they will return now. We'll see. We will see, So
yes.
And of all people to be against of being here, Ron DeSantis is against of being in Florida. Florida is not a place where you welcome with those type of conduct in the air, and I don't know how they came to this. We are not involved. We are not notified. I found out through media.
I want to call horse manure to that, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's telling the truth.
And to celebrate their freedom, guess where they were this weekend? At the UFC 313 event. The Tate brothers sat cage-size at a UFC event Saturday night, one day after they were embraced by the company CEO, Dana White.
You know why they were there?
Because they're all Team Trump.
Besides that.
Because I know Dana White is now on the board for Meta, and because those are the red pill mofos that are pretty much aligned to bring all the bros together and help influence the Z generation, especially mainly the men,
It's for the eyes.
to vote in their direction. That's
They need the eyes to watch the UFC.
I'm
So
not, dude. But UFC always been popular without these.
I know
some of
you
the-
said you're right, but to have Tate, Kyson, and all these guys on,
No, but that's WWE.
I'm
Tyson
saying,
it.
but it's part TKO.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing now. So
So they're the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas over the weekend. So yeah,
can I just say what it is, bro?
point blank, I'm gonna say this: I will never watch a UFC event ever again. I will never pay money to go to a UFC event ever again. And at this point, you know, I actually have friends who do wrestle for WWE. I'm not gonna be going to a WWE event anytime soon because if you are associated with a-holes like these two, it's bad enough you align yourself with Trump. It's bad enough that Linda McMahon is literally destroying the Department of Education. And now you have these two sex traffickers, abusers, misogynists, and on multiple occasions say they had sex with underage women. Sorry, underage girls. And they're your guys you know pitch your wagon to. You lost all my support and viewership at this point. I'm sorry, not sorry. I cannot watch people who support this type of thing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not better than anybody here. This is where I stand in my convictions. I can't. I'll support ish like that.
It feels that these Tate guys only got parted from Trump because of their influence.
Pretty much, and their influence will be very instrumental in keeping the youth vote.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of these young boys have voted for Trump in this election because of what they don't like women in power. Just
Women, minorities.
No, and mainly women. The Z generation, mainly women, because there's a lot of these people who are incels who feel some type of way because they get no buns. Well, I should have a woman in charge of me.
Now look at you now.
Like the red pill situation is a very serious situation, and it's very telling where this country's going to go because the fact that a lot of these red pillars, the young kids, voted for Trump, knowing it's going to be detrimental to their lives from this point forward, is very telling on where this direction this country is going to go.
It's going to go to hell in a handbasket fast, bro.
And this is why I'm applying for my citizenship to Thailand. For $1,500 to $2,000, I can become a citizen of Thailand.
Really?
Yep, and it's a huge black community in Thailand. So,
well, I know I want to get my citizenship in Guyana, so I have a dual citizenship down there.
More power to you. I respect it, but I'm going to Thailand.
Man, anywhere but here, right?
Yep, because if y'all going to hell, just leave. I'm going to be looking down from heaven.
All right, let's get to the wise guy, shall we?
Get this through your head.
Wise guy.
You
Your
only
turn.
exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every f***ing wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your
Wise guy.
Where's? You're f***ing don't ever go over my head again.
Mustard! All right. So,
Stupid.
I and Walt brought the story up to me in the podcast group chat. It's about a lovely artist that he likes called Doechii.
Oh, here we go. I know where this is going.
So I and Walt had a story about Doechii, and she spoke in another separate podcast about
Hot Ones podcast.
Hot Ones podcast.
With Kiki Palmer.
Walt's over there, Starglaze, bro. Anyways,
Jeez.
about I'll just let the video speak for itself.
Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. I'm going to be swinging in this one.
My biggest dating red flag.
Is it being on the DL?
You're on the right track. I have my answer.
Is it close enough?
You want to guess one more time what would be a red flag for me?
Bad music taste?
Oh, that is a good one.
Because that's one for me.
That is a good one. But that's
What
not
do you
what I
mean
put.
you don't listen to Michael Jackson? But okay.
Okay. This is a huge red flag for me.
All right. You know what's so crazy? I was going to say men. I was going to say men.
No,
Basically, because my mind was already there, I don't think I deserve to eat a wing.
So apparently,
Straight
Dolce believes
straight men are a red flag.
straight men are a red flag. Now,
Yeah, have you seen the rebuttal from Ryan Davis?
I haven't seen it yet.
Bro, pull it up.
Video?
Pull it up.
Pull up on the show right now?
Yes, pull it up.
Oh, man. All right, let me go.
Pull,
I'm putting it right on my phone.
pull it up.
Right on the. Hold on one second. Hold on. Damn, Ceddy Ced.
Pull it up.
With the Audible.
Ryan Davis went the F in, and it's like he left no crumbs.
Oh, snap. Before we go any further, the reunion tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. Skip Bayless is going to go on with Stephen A.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Walt. The Audible. Your man Skip and Stephen A. doing the show together, bro.
He needs the money. He needs the money, I guess, and needs the viewership. I have the video right here.
Oh, no. I'll put it right here.
We got Ryan Davis. I'm telling you, Ryan Davis, Tochi, he went the F in, and man, whoo, Lord, he left no crumbs.
So I guess he's going to be on the Skip Bayless show.
All right, focus, Skip. Focus. Ryan Davis comedy, you know his name. He went the F in. I was like, yo, bro, he slaughtered her. And rightfully so.
All right, ready?
Go for it.
Dochi, baby girl, let's talk about it. For those who don't know what I'm about to get into, let me catch you up. The rapper Dochi recently said this on Hot Ones.
My biggest dating red flag. I mean, strike one. You're a man.
Yeah.
And you're heterosexual.
Yeah.
And before you go, oh, it ain't like you had a chance with her anyway. I don't want to date Dochi. Dochi does cocaine. On camera. And then she raps about it and does performances about it. And they push that music to the children. And these children will idolize her because she's a star and she's making drug use sound cool.
Ooh.
Now, for me, dating, that's a red flag because I believe red flag speaks to caution or things to be suspicious of. And so character and actions lead to that. Now, I think that works for me and her. I wouldn't want to date her. She wouldn't want to date me. I don't care. My thing is, as a black woman, I think you should find it problematic that someone would say that they're cautious of you just for being. Because that's something black women got to deal with all the time. So as a straight man, you just saying me being me is essentially problematic.
Ooh.
It's something that I hope you change in the future, that you can see that you said and maybe word it differently and stick to like characteristics that speak to character. You know what I mean? Like allowing your boyfriend to put a gun to your head and telling him to pull the trigger just to show that you trust him.
Do it. I love you.
You love me?
Yeah.
You trust me?
I do. You trust me? Do it.
Oh.
See, I consider that to be problematic behavior. That would be a red flag for me.
Oh, he
But
gave the receipts.
I don't want to sit here and act like I'm perfect.
Told you.
I exhibit very problematic traits. Like, for example,
If you were offered $10K to sleep with me in my bedroom for 2 weeks every night, what would you do?
hell no. I would never need $10,000 that bad. But if I needed $10,000 that bad, I would just sell drugs. Yes, I know drugs like hurt your community.
I do the same thing.
And family members get strung out on it and it hurts people's lives. But I wouldn't.
I would sell to my people.
Spread the
I would
drugs
sell to another
amongst
community,
many
a rich
families
community.
or anything like that. I still have a heart. I would get my $10,000 by selling like drugs to rich people who can afford to spend like $10,000 on drugs, and then I'd just be selling to one person. You know, I'd probably just sell cocaine to Dochi. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm performing in Charlotte, Baltimore,
Shameless plug.
New York.
I'm gonna be
Shameless plug. We're gonna go.
Also,
We're gonna go.
different parts of Canada too on this tour. I'm gonna change the name of my tour to the Walking Red Flag. That's me. But it's okay. It's an all-inclusive show. So no matter what you were born and whatever you just are, or even if you do cocaine or like try to do like violent role play with your ex, you can all come to my show because I don't care what you do. I just want to perform for you and have y'all leave having a good time. This is an inclusive show. You know what I mean? I don't know. See you later. Dochi.
And it's why I love Ryan Davis. He came with the receipts and left with nothing left on the table. Dude, what else is there to say?
You know what? He said all that he had to say. I can end the show right now, bro.
Dude, he did all the work for us. He really did all the work for us. Like, listen.
And this is why I tell people when you know that whole Superman quote.
Yeah.
With the great power comes great responsibility.
Here's the thing, people. I keep telling you this all the time on this podcast, and I'm telling you again right now. We measure twice, cut once when it comes to posting stuff online, because when you post it online, it's online forever.
Mm-hmm.
Forever.
Bro,
forever.
I didn't know those other two parts.
The part I think that got me like all messed up was the fact that her ex-boyfriend put a gun to her head.
Yes.
And pulled
That's wild.
But your red flag is straight white man. Meanwhile,
no, straight men.
Straight men. But meanwhile, your ex-boyfriend almost put a bullet in your brain. God forbid there was a bullet in the chamber. You wouldn't know who you are today. Like, how insane is that? So that means you like toxic men.
Yes. And that's another thing, too. Don't put your failures onto other people. You chose those men to be with.
You chose 8-ish N-words.
Ceddy Ced. Come on, let's keep it stacked, bro.
No, I'm going to say a point blank.
Before we go further, just me and you right here.
Go ahead.
If I really love you, they don't put a gun to your head.
Hell no.
Are you kidding me?
You know what they say?
Love and a bullet?
Alligator bites never heal.
Bro, at the end of the day, here's the thing, man. I don't care how much of a trust test you want to do. Do this to a trust fall.
Bingo!
I'm not going to put a gun, and God forbid, there might be one in the chamber, and pull the trigger, God forbid, I'll commit murder.
Online.
I could never do that to someone I love, whether it's a girlfriend, sibling,
not many people,
cousin, uncle,
die because of accidental deaths.
Mom,
yeah,
dad.
discharged. Like the guy, remember that black dude who got killed by his white girlfriend just recently?
Yeah. Well, there was one recently again, right? Another one.
Yeah, another one. That dude said, I would rather F a white dog than a black woman. And look what happened to his white girlfriend that he all praised and behold, it got put a bullet in his chest.
Oh, well, hey, man.
F them off the earth.
Like the ancestors acted.
When Jesus.
Well, nice little staircase.
You gonna go up a room, baby?
Like, how do you feel? And like, this is not an accident. Oh, I was cleaning my gun.
Well, then why wasn't it on safe?
How about this? When you clean a gun, you empty the chamber, you remove the clip, and then you remove the barrel, and you clean the gun. That's how you do it. I don't own a gun, yet I know how to clean a gun better than this Becky,
bruh,
who's now looking at a barrel of a lifetime prison sentence.
And Ceddy Ced, I love
But
Dochi.
then she's white, so she might get off with a slap on the wrist and 5-year probation.
But she gets plenty of time, to sit down and watch the Lifetime channel.
Yeah. Back to Dochi. I love Dochi.
No, she's an amazing artist.
Amazing artist.
Deserve her Grammy. But
hearing all this stuff, I'm like, now I see why your artwork is kind of loud.
Dude, the fact that you went all post on that video, in that song, about their ex-boyfriend making her crash out, I see why.
Honestly, I'm not giving Dochi any passes when it comes to this. I'm not trying to understand it. The fact of the matter is, there's such a huge threat level on masculinity, and we've been ran through the mud over and over and over and over and over. Now it's just like, oh my God, man, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Got him up now.
Hear me out. Being masculine doesn't mean you be up loud and boisterous about it.
No.
Being a man is being reserved. It's being
a gentleman.
A gentleman is being knowing what you want to do without being super assertive about it. It's about playing the role you're supposed to play and playing it well without actually having to be loud about it.
Here's what I find
Real
funny.
man move in silence.
Here's what I find funny, right? She says that nonsense right there, that BS right there, right, Dochi? About, I think all straight men are red flags. But then you sisters would be the quick person to say, if a man has a sexual experience with another man, now you're calling us gay.
Yeah, you call undercover brothers.
You know how,
and not giving a guy a chance. What?
I guarantee you, if you want a dude who's not straight and he smashes a trans woman, even when she's post-op, you won't give her the time of day.
No, you wouldn't. So no.
Like, women hate women. Let's give it 100. Even if trans women hate women.
Yeah.
Let's give it 100.
Don't put your narrative on your. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
I never seen a man, or even myself. I never came out of my face and shot my shot at a girl and realized she was into me and be like, oh, you must be gay. That has never crossed my thought process. Women have no problem trying to emasculate you by questioning your sexual orientation in numerous scenarios, even when you speak your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was sassy. Oh, man.
Bye,
dude.
I hear that word. Bye.
These new girls, as a male, when you're defined against them, bro, that's the first thing out their mouth. Oh, you're sassy.
Mm-hmm. And you're single. Bye. Mm-hmm. I'll leave you alone. Quick. Listen, I'm on that TK Kirkland time, man. I have no time for the BS.
No.
You disturb my peace. I'm gonna be like, peace.
Yeah,
I'm out. You're not worth my time or my pace.
You're being sassy, you know.
So, and I can see you're being a C word, but then that's neither here or there.
And I was talking to Kev the other day about this, and I could have taken that conversation to the other side to a different level, because let me come out my face as a heterosexual man and say, like, you know what? Being bisexual is a red flag.
Exactly.
Let me come out the woodwork and say that.
And people be in the comments.
Women would be pissed.
People would want.
You're an evil man.
Would want
I hear
5
the
minutes.
already. I hear the clicking already on the keyboards.
They would want 5 minutes with me already, and I could make.
What do you get? I was talking like that.
I could make a strong case for it too. But I left it as...
And you're overweight too?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, you're
yeah.
going throughout the gambit all the stuff that's wrong with you.
When I scroll through your page, I don't see nobody liking your stuff.
They would have They would have a field day with that.
Whoa.
Stuff like that. I'm just like, listen, just because we're in a time where men just continue to get pitchforks, arrows, whatever and stuff like that. As you know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be a man. I said I strongly disagree with her assertion of that. Okay, don't project your experiences as a totality of men. Just say your types failed you.
Yes, that's what we said.
You know what? Here's the thing. I get to even further. Listen, I understand some women can feel a certain way about the patriarchy and this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
I can respect that. But at the end of the day, if you contribute to the patriarchy by voting a certain way or being capitulating to them and just be on some setting by your man BS or having your own mind and having your own will and all that stuff, then you can't really speak on a dude for being who they are.
Never.
But that right there was wild to me.
Nasty word.
Like I said, I'm like the fact that Ryan Davis pretty much laid it out. Listen, I keep telling people, man, the issue you put online can be used against you in everyday life.
I'm posting on my IG story. I'm
I didn't know.
I posted it on my IG story today.
About the cocaine and the
No, she said it on TV.
Oh, she did,
and in the song as well.
Bro, she's been through a lot. She even mentioned on various platforms, you know, that she had to go through a lot of stuff to get to this point. Like, she doesn't drink. I don't think she does any drugs anymore, but she's been through a lot. But that's a very, very warped perspective to have.
And here's the thing, I just saw her got put on stage with Lauryn Hill, and that's another situation that I want to go into because Lauryn Hill brought her on stage during a concert.
Oh God!
Was she on time?
So you.
Why'd you get him started?
I just saw the video today. Don't be mad at me.
What? I don't want to be miseducated on the facts.
Boo.
You shouldn't be booing me. You should be booing in person. Well, yeah, you're lucky I'm here. I showed up. I'm getting booked
And then
almost 30 years later.
And then for one album, we get it.
Of one landmark EP that should be framed, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm looking.
Well, it is labeled the greatest album of all time, isn't it?
Listen.
By Rolling Stone.
Listen, if Beyonce ever came out her face and said some shit like that,
she will. It's coming. It's coming.
No, it's not. No, it's not
coming.
ever coming. See how fast they would get Beyonce back.
Give her to when she's the age of 50. And it's be on that Barbara Streisand time. Watch.
It's not ever happening because she takes what she does very seriously. It's not ever happening. Lauryn Hill, because there's such a mystique and an aura about her, people allow her to get away with murder. And I tell you now, the only time I'd ever go to a Lauryn Hill concert is one that I'm not paying for, because I have no expectations. She could be late or on time. It matters none to me. If she don't show up, it don't matter none to me. She already have the album. I have the album and I have the Unplugged as well.
The only time I want to see her is
the Unplugged was real
Fuji's
special.
come back, but then probably be going to jail for a minute.
That ain't happening no time soon. They
Did it happen before?
They can't get right, bro.
No, because so much feelings involved with Wyclef and Lauren.
And like Pros got paperwork.
They can't get right.
You know when Tony will be like, yo, let me see your paperwork.
And Pros about to go to jail right now, man, because of what happened, man. People with that dumb shit he was involved.
I mean, or he might be signing a contract extension, to add more paperwork. You never know.
Then get that paperwork, get that sentence reduced.
You know.
I mean, there's not the Trump, that's all I know.
It's one of the most fascinating, bizarre stories you'll ever come
For the
across.
Fugees.
Like that side of the conversation with Pros and this level of paperwork.
The fact he got involved in all that stuff, like, yo, how, Sway? How? But I'm going to leave that alone. We have the conversation for another day.
You know how?
Money.
It's your fault.
How's that my fault?
I'm going to play a song.
Don't play one of the Pro songs, but get a superstar. Or that video he did with that female rapper. Is it Hong Kong-ish? I remember that video. I didn't forget. He's That's what we got. We got it good.
See, this is where Pros walking to the crib. You know, keep playing it. Keep playing it.
Oh no, I can't do too much. I got YouTube strike.
So that's the part where Pros walking into the crib. He gets the mail. He reading the mail and stuff like that. And then it's like, staying alive. And then the beat drops. And the bass is thumping. He's outside the package. It's time to go. It's time to move.
Pack it in.
Pack it up, baby. You gotta be out of here. Yeah, man. It's like, come on, man.
Countries with no extradition.
It's just like, bro.
Or the country he might end up being his Amish country over there. Shoot, they don't be checking for it. Shoot, he won't be checking his IG over there. I'll tell you that.
When it comes, you're right. When it comes to that Pros story, it's like, bro, you did what?
Wait, who?
Who?
Bruh.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Like house way.
You know the feds is busy. I should bored. They looking for stuff to happen, B.
And you know that Tony Hill face where he be like, come on, Vlad. He's like, come on, bro.
Lad.
Dude, he just did a 2-hour interview with Musk, Elon's father, man.
Vlad?
Yep.
Oh God.
I want to watch it, but then at freaking Kid Barrow with his podcast, they no, don't do it. Like fine. I won't watch the episode. Because Vlad TV, I'm dead ass in the comments. I'm dead ass. He's like, no, don't do it.
You know,
I have to watch the interview with Elon Musk.
Why?
Well, Vlad TV. That's why. The informant.
Oh, trying to.
See, I would need for Vlad to sit down with SVU style with Pros, and they're both in the camera, and Tony Ayo's executive producer.
And somebody in the middle, you have freaking what's his name? You have
oh my God, this guy brought the paperwork.
Oh my God.
How much time you got on your books?
Yeah.
And
Says you doing 1,000,
put you badass in the corner somewhere.
So you want to do 1,200 months?
Be chilling like, yo, Nazi lied. And Prosy lied.
Yo.
But with your paperwork, you got reduced to only 2 months.
And as Tony Ao's
What
in
you
the
doing?
background and we hear his voice, Uncle Murder pulls up and takes the paperwork, but he's like, yo, your blood is real. It's real out. It's real out here. Yo, and then Tony Ao be like, I don't ever want to see the Fugees again. You messed it up for me, Pros.
You did.
You know?
But back to Doechii.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Don't project your failures onto society. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
And
Don't
stop
do that.
doing cocaine.
Please.
And stop weaponizing these broken birds that hate men.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you know, early on, I brought up the subject about, percentage-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it, and I had a brief discussion about it, so did you. Women and men, when your relationships fail, take 100% of accountability.
And do better for the next relationship.
And do better for the next one. Remember, it's not 50-50, it's 100-100. Okay? That's the reason why. Because when she said so fast, I'm like, that made no sense, Ma. How could you already be talking like that and you're successful?
And you're young.
And you're young as hell. That must mean you went through some ish.
Before you hit 25.
Because, like, for example, that whole video with the boyfriend she did about with the gay guy, I'm like, that felt like R. Kelly,
Trap in the closet.
Yeah, series. I'm like, and usually when you hear stories like these, sometimes your art does reflect your personal life.
And listen, I ain't gonna lie. I see that girl cheeked up and cheeked out one time in Paris Fashion Week. She can get the business. I ain't gonna lie.
She can, but
she's messy.
But when Ryan Davis gave you that right there, that ether, slow burn, boy.
It's getting sticky.
She need to get that word because
Ryan Davis holds no punches, man. He pulls no punches at all. He gives you the 100% pure reading that you deserve.
Yeah.
Right now, she's getting the proverbial button pushed her way and stuff like that. She hasn't dropped a major release project yet, with the exception of this amazing body of work that she put out.
Actually, she did drop an album with TDE recently.
No?
That's what she got the Grammy.
I'm talking about that. Okay, so that project is the quote unquote mixtape that's formatted like an album.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying now with the best rap
with
album Grammy, yesterday's price is not tomorrow's price.
Yeah.
Now she's getting more visibility. I'm sure she'll be doing more interviews going forward. I'm sure there'll be more coverage as with the anticipation of the album that she'll be putting out within the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're in a situation now where like you create this weapon of this you're just feeding the beast when it comes to like this onslaught when it comes to men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't need none of that, okay?
No.
Not
especially
at all.
in this era right now because this division between us is not working out at all. In nobody's favor but the people who oppress us. So honestly, some real ish. Black men and black women, both of you, I'm holding both of y'all accountable. Get y'all ish together.
And do better.
So we got all we got.
Indeed. Ceddy Ced, giving your handle, my boy.
Ceddy 55 on IG. Ceddy 55 as well on Blue Sky.
I am Walt. Welcome to Blue Sky.
She was out here getting these lonely cat ladies wet with that statement. It's crazy out here.
Perked you up, huh?
Other than that,
Yeah, he's going.
He came back from the Undertaker.
So disturbed.
Doechii!
Yeah. And this was a guy that didn't skip not one track on that project. So you already know how I felt after you said that.
Yeah.
But other than that,
does it match your sweetie take? How you feel about Doechii right now?
I will. Yeah, they're both used turnoffs, goofy statements, turnoffs, and stuff like that. And again, sweetie only validates why men should not take her seriously. To be honest with you, why it should be a quick smash and dash. I said what I said. If she ever hears it, oh well, that's life. Shoot, I ain't gonna lose sleep over it.
Your handle, please, sir.
I am _Walt, 4 T's at the end. My R&B is dead page, up and running. My Alt is the motion page up and running.
All right.
You birds got to do better. Yeah.
And you can follow me on all social media platforms at DJ Intence. That's DJINTENCE. My TikTok is back, so at straight up DJ Intence now. So there's no more DJ.Intence, it's straight DJ Intence. Follow the podcast On the Record Pod. And bid you guys a good night. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Shout out to all those who see the red flags trying to turn them green.
You done or you finished?
The thread carries on.